As I spoke of in the first Evangelion video, the ending of the series was a letdown for many fans. So much of a letdown that a movie remake of episodes 25 and 26 was made about a year later, and promptly named End of Evangelion. So that would make the big question, is the movie a better ending than the original ending episodes? And that's what I intend to try and answer today. So I believe I've delayed long enough. Let's begin the review. So before I jump into the story section, I want to say something that I feel I should have mentioned last time. Evangelion's message and story are very subjective, and because of this, some of my opinions and interpretations are going to be different from yours. If you haven't watched the show yet, I want you to keep this in mind, as you should go into Evangelion with an open mind, and not go off my interpretations alone. Even my artist and I have certain points in the show where we interpret it differently. Not only that, but keep in mind you won't understand everything in Evangelion, and especially not End of Evangelion, on your first watch. Alright, with that out of the way, let's discuss the story. So, End of Evangelion takes place right after episode 24. The final angel has been defeated, and everyone's just sort of sitting in anticipation or worry about what's going to happen now. All the while, Shinji is being, well, Shinji, and is separated from the others being depressed, which isn't really a surprise. I mean, he's so depressed that he... You know what? Let's not talk about Shinji's first scene. I'd rather keep my channel as PG as possible. Basically, it's the first episode all over again. Everyone wants Shinji to get into the robot. He doesn't get in the robot. Something bad happens that forces him in the robot. But why does he need to be in the robot this time? Well, Seal, the group that we saw Gendo talk to a few times, launches an attack on NERV headquarters. Now the reason why they do this isn't that well explained, but the basic point is they no longer trust Gendo and they want to put their own plan into action. At least that's what I get from it. Alright, so one final thing before I move on to the next section, I want to talk about the scene where Shinji and Masato kiss. I feel like I missed the build-up for this scene. I mean, I know Shinji had an interesting picture of her in the beginning of episode 1, but still. I feel like it was a bit out of place since throughout the series, Masato was put more in the parent but not parent role. So the whole seductive "we'll do the rest when you get back" didn't really fit in my opinion. Might just be me though. There honestly is not much to say for the music and sound for End of Evangelion. This is mainly because my opinion is the same as it was in my review for the original series. For those who haven't seen that review, in short, the music is very well done. I wouldn't consider this a surprise as it was composed by the same person. If anything, it's a bit disappointing since there's not a lot of music on the film's soundtrack. I believe there are only 14 songs consisting of a little below an hour's worth of music. I'll list on screen a couple of my favorites since these are some hard to pronounce names. Not much else to say, so in summary, a short yet sweet selection of music. The art and animation is yet another easy category to talk about. All those animation issues with the last 2 episodes of the original series, well, throw those out the window. They didn't hold back this time, and it definitely shows. You have a little bit of everything good here, fluent action scenes, well-drawn backgrounds, and etc, etc. You can see plenty through the clips on screen. I have to say though, it fits a lot more going from some of the episodes before 25 to this one. I wish there were more to say in this section, but it's so well done, I need not say more. Alright, so big warning here. Do not continue past this point if you've not seen End of Evangelion. The ending to this film is something you should experience on your own, so you can make your own interpretations, as I said before. But if you've seen it before, or you're a rebel, let's start it. I've been thinking for a while on how to describe my feelings on the ending of this film. I feel like anyone who's seen it can relate to that feeling. But the best way I can describe how I feel about it is everything that I wanted it to be. The ending of the film has so much I could discuss here. How interesting it was to see Shinji put in the position of a god. The true meaning of the AT fields and Ava's giant ray. The series of Shinji's visualized thoughts and feelings throughout the show while he's trying to come to a final decision for the world. I could go on and on, but the problem is that I can't. At least not here. There's simply too much to talk about, and it would be over-ambitious to try to cover everything in this ending section when many have spent far more time trying to do so in a far better way than I ever could. I will say this though, the ending to this film left me intrigued, satisfied, and a little confused. But it was a perfect ending to a great series. Well, this review was on the shorter side, but as I said, I couldn't have covered everything that I needed to in the last video. I wanted to try and say more, but I liked so much about the film that there was little to say about it. But anyway, in closing, the Evangelion series is truly something special. It is by far the most unique anime I have come across, and I recommend it to any anime fan out there. I have to admit though, it might have been a bad idea to review this show so soon, as I feel that as a reviewer, I am still very unskilled. But hey, I tried my best, and I hope you enjoyed along the way. So let's move on to my rating screen. My final rating for End of Evangelion is a 9.2 out of 10. The film was exceptional and a fantastic way to end the original series. Although I want to specify something. Do not ignore the original final episodes. They are still very much worth watching. Maybe one day when I'm more skilled at this, I'll revisit the show and review it again in a more proper way, but for now I'm out of time. Thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in the next review.